Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys, and I'm still laughing about this battle. It happened this morning. You'll be happy to know, though, that my garden's doing well. I had to go out. That's why I'm still red-faced a little bit. I was out pulling weeds in the garden. I'm getting some good tomatoes, cucumbers, some jalapenos. My cilantro's a little not liking the heat too much. They don't really. It's kind of out in the sun, so I don't know if that's going to work too much. Maybe I'll remove it and put it into a pot and get it in a little bit more shade. But my basil is doing well. My basil's doing well. Anyway, I was laughing the whole time I was doing that because this was a great battle. I'm in my 121 Bravo, which is not really considered top of the line as far as tier 10 mediums go, but I actually enjoy it. I might even like it a little better than 121. I like the big stick on the 121, but this thing fires faster, right? Because it's got the smaller gun, less alpha, and has more shots, I guess. I have no idea if it has more DPM, to be quite honest. I assume it does, but I don't know that. It does send shots downrange faster, which is, in my opinion, better than a medium with... What on earth was that? Oh, it was that thing. Which, in my opinion, is better than a medium with a giant stick. Those are kind of one-trick ponies. Anyway, enough of that, because that's not what we're going to talk about. We have the WZ-111 5A. Now, watch what he does. I'm going to go for the hill. I just love this because the comments that are going to go on in the bottom left, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, a lot of times you're playing a game, and I find myself doing this as well. You get really mad at your team, right? And you're losing, or maybe you do something stupid, or you're dead, whatever, and you look at the team, and you're angry, and you find a guy who's not doing what you think they should be doing. And then you start going after them in chat. I've been there, done it. I try to minimize that as much now as possible. In fact, I almost never do it now. Because one of the reasons is because there's no point to it. The second reason is usually you're wrong. Usually you don't have the right picture unless you've really been around the guy. Like if he's pushing you out of a bush, then noted. But if he's on the other side of the map, you really don't know what's going on over there or what's happening. So we're gonna go ahead and get going. I'm gonna head up the hill. Most of the time I'll go to the 5-6 line. I wanted to go to the hill because with the hover mediums, I like to get up, and I think you guys know this, I like to get up into this position here and spot the guys down below and have shots on the guys on the 5-6 line on the red team. We only get the Emil going up to the 5-6 line, and that is a concern to me, and I have multiple guys following me, and that can be good and bad. If we can hold the 5-6 line, and the Emil's a good tank to do so, there's only one enemy artillery, he can get a lot of pretty good shots on the guys going up the hill, and he may have shots on the enemy 5-6 line guys. But notice where the WZ goes. That's a high-risk, high-reward spot. If there were more artillery, it would be a lot better. But he kind of goes up there to show you what I'm doing with my camera right there. He goes up there and he kind of starts getting pummeled. So I'm going to come in. I'm going to attempt to support him as much as possible. It's going to be difficult, though, because they've got a lot of tanks down here. But I find at least one and soon to be two tanks that are on the east side of the tracks. There's the PR coming in there as well. We'll take a shot in there. And I'm a little high. See how high I am on this? I talk about this a lot. This is not a great spot. I'm going to come in here and see if I can find, like, this guy. We'll put a shot in him. We'll back out. Now I need to slide down. And that's why I like the hover mediums right here, because they are difficult to hit because they're so squat. They can, once they get down to that little divot, they're hard to hit. And now we're just going to start farming. And for the moment, the WZ is staying alive. But he's about to get ended because the T-62 sort of went down in there with him. And we'll just kind of see what's going on here. We've got the T-10. And now I've got to go into the spotting of the guys coming up the hill. All right, so we may have already missed some of the writing, but go ahead and watch down the bottom left. I'll try to catch it as I'm talking right here. There's the Emil. He is on the 5-6 line. And Mocha has decided to bark at the mailman, the only person in the entire world she barks at. And it's actually the mail lady. Now the Lorraine comes up here. I don't have 6 cents, but oh, I do. Never mind. I do have 6 cents. There it is. So we take down the Lorraine. Then the T-62A is coming up. He's only showing his turret. And we'll keep on working on the guys down below. Now look over on the 1-2 line. We got a lot of guys back in the corner. We got 4 TDs over there with a Progetto. The Mil-2 for the moment is still alive, but we got 4 TDs back there. We'll come on up here. Unfortunately, what is a bummer about the replays is you cannot get you can't hit enter and get the text to come back up. So I've got 2,200 damage. And those 4 TDs are all in the back corner. Now they have no eyes. And my team decides over here to start pushing in. We've got the IS-2 is way up high. We've got, here comes the M103. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us up here, right? Or 5. 1, 2. There's 5 of us up here. Math in public is hard. And watch how this goes down. I'm just slowly trying to find these guys, seeing if I can sneak a shot on the Emil, looking for a shot on the 277 maybe, potentially take down the 50 TP. And this is the middle phase of the battle. We just have to be a bit careful right here. We don't really want to overexpose ourselves. It is not the time to go down the other side of the hill unless we all went together. But all of a sudden my guys start kind of coming up beside me. I'm not really paying attention because I'm busy shooting these guys. And all of a sudden I've got three guys that have completely exposed themselves up at on the high part of the hill right there, right? I'm using this place because I know I can't be easily hit by the guys down below, but watch these guys and what happens with them. Don't quite get a shot on the Emil. Our Emil 2 dies. Artillery shot goes in there, doesn't get anything. The IS-22 guy is up high right there. The object is up high. Here comes the T-10. I find the PR. There we go. And I get shot by the Emil-2. We'll fix the driver. And I don't know if he was actually shooting me or maybe going after the guys above. There goes. There goes the IS-22. The Object 430 comes down low. We just have to keep working on these guys, right? We got to figure out how to get rid of them. The Progetto potentially can help us out. It would be better if we had another guy down there. Unfortunately, they all followed me up the hill right here. So we'll keep working this. We'll keep working it. I just have to be careful. I don't want to get tracked up there. I do have a repair kit so I can start moving, but it is an autoloader also down there and a 277. We're doing okay. It's a tied game right now. Although they have taken out 2 of our 10s, which is not great. Knock the tree down, find that guy, we'll back out. There goes the 430 up high again, as if he didn't learn his lesson. Now he's just going to charge in. There goes the 430, charging in against 2 guys with a backup Emil, a Emil 2 down on the 5.6 line, and a 277. Try to sneak one in on this guy, we bounce. And the 5041 decides he also wants to YOLO in. And he's gone. And all of a sudden, what was looking like a pretty good game, pretty good setup. And there's the WZ-111, my buddy. He has been yapping, talking about getting farmed, talking about you can't sit there. Meanwhile, he's in the back corner, of course. We've got 2,700 damage, 1,300 spotting. The TDs are attempting to take on a push down there. I sort of expected maybe the T-10 to come up, but I'm going to fall back a little bit. Now we've got the M103 and the 5100 hanging out down in the middle. Now I'd imagine the WZ is a little bit irritated. Got the Foch talking about a tree down. You know, he's been sitting in the back corner the entire game. Now the Foch is talking about his spotting damage. Good on him. And I figure more than likely I'm going to have to do something here pretty quickly in order to change this battle because we're losing the 1-2 line. The 5-6 line is in a precarious situation. It's only the Progetto kind of working back and forth. For whatever reason, my M103 and 5100 have decided to go out into the flat. And they start hitting, and they actually get a chunk of the T-10, and I figure, well, now's my chance. More than likely, most of them over on the 1-2 line. If I can get rid of this T-10, that's going to open up this side of the battle. The 277 is a big problem, but I really need to break this guy down and get rid of him. And I'll take the chance that their Emil gets a piece of me. So I'll just make sure my gun's online. We take him down, auto aim, and we'll cut left. Hopefully I don't get hit by the 277. Cover up with the buildings. I see the Emil's probably looking at me. Do a little slide right there. Hopefully I am dark, and it looks like I was. It looks like he was either shooting at one of the other guys or maybe he was trying to time my movement. And now I know I need to get rid of him, right? So I'll dive down, go into the ravine down here, and then there's the WZ. What a trash team. He's angry, right? Because he just died. So now it's a trash team. And now he's probably going around to different tanks, right? Seeing what they're doing, trying to figure out, man, why did we lose? What has my team done? This 121 is brain dead. This is why I just love this, man. I absolutely love this. Big finish coming up, guys. Big finish. So we'll come around here. I know where the Emil is. All he's doing is farming low tiers while we get destroyed. That's what I'm saying. That's why I absolutely love this. Goes to a corner, sits there in the corner with a assault TD, says the guy who threw away his tank. So the WZ, or 111, who did throw away his tank, by the way, 1-5 or whatever it is, says, hold on, we're fine. And then he comes back, says the guy who threw away his tank. So obviously still angry. We're down to 3 tanks. That's 3v4. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find the 212. I figure he's probably not sitting here, but if I can highlight him. Really, that wasn't a great idea, because what if I did? What am I going to do, right? I get spotted. I'm not going to be able to get up around and get him. And I kind of realized that as I looked at where my guys were and went, oh, crap. That's not great. So now I need to head this way. I know the 277 is in the middle. The 103 is taking on the Sturv. The 5100 is reacting that way. I'd love to go help them, but I know the 277 is in my way, and now he's spotted. So I can't go up through. I would love to go up through here, but I can't, right? I can't go up here. I'm going to have to go the long way. And unfortunately, the Emil 2 shows up behind me. I get spotted, spin around. I'm like, oh, oops. He gets a chunk of me. We'll fix that pretty quickly. See if we can get a shot. We can't. Go ahead and repair that. And then I thought, well, maybe I can back all the way around, but I know the further back I go, the less angle he's got right there, and he's going to get an easy shot on me. So we'll go ahead. I'll shoot him on the way in. Turns out I actually pen him right there. He has less hit points than he did. So we'll move back. And we're taking a look. We got to bounce that time, that good turret. He's coming up and over. Not a bad move by him. It looks like that he's got me, right? So we'll just wait till he comes up and over that little piece of ground. We'll get a nice shot into him. We'll stay the little pancake tank. Try to keep just turret exposed for the moment. There we go. Nice bounce. And we got him down to a one-shot. He's coming in with his autoloader. He's going to get one more. He does, but he's not going to get a second. We'll just get right up underneath him there. And then I eat 403 from the artillery, but I'm still alive. Still alive. Now I've been talking. There it is. Usually I get that spot for the other team. Wow, this guy is such a lucky shit. Oh man, I just love it. This was so much fun while it was going on. When you get this kind of game where you've got somebody being salty like that, don't even bother to answer them. It's just so much fun to read it and laugh. And they're probably, you know, getting mad that you're not reacting to him. Now this guy's nearly 100%. The 103's got him lit. The 5100's waiting for a option here, and I'm going to come around here and just thump one into the side and then use these buildings to hide. He did see me, so I'll go ahead and cut right here. 5100, he's got hit points. He comes in, he thumps the guy, nicely done. Shoots the 5100, I'll put one into him. 5100's doing a nice job going around him. I need to be careful because I think he wants to kill me, and I just don't quite have it. But the 5100 got around him and does a really nice job, finishes him off. Artie, interesting choice, went after the 5100 right there. I think I would have splashed me to death. But we'll go ahead and push in. And it's all over but the shouting, guys. It's all over but the shouting. Got a nice going from him, and then they're going to give me the last kill, which I don't ask for those. The 103, somebody says steal, so I think the 103 was thinking about this. You know, there is no kill stealing, guys. It just isn't a thing. I push in. I'm just going towards the hit points, and I will take every hit point you let me have. If you want to give me a top gun and not shoot them, that's fine. Whether or not they actually had a shot, I don't know. The 5100 may have had, if he had to come across the ridge right here, or maybe he was actually looking for the damage. He's the one who came in and said, hey, give him the kill, which I appreciate. Whatever, I got a top gun out of it, but not required. 5,466, 1,333 on the assist, 440 bounced with the top gun and the 121 Bravo. I just really enjoyed the chat on that. I really enjoyed the chat. What am I? I'm a lucky shit. and I'm brain dead. Was that the two things? I believe so. There was something else thrown out in there as well. A lot of fun. I did enjoy that game. You kind of live for those, don't you, when people get salty. Now, back to what I was talking about at the beginning, though. I get it. I do get it. Bit of name and shame here. I'm not going to say his name. You can see it. It's on there. And it's not necessarily about this guy. It's more a PSA for everybody and a lesson learned that a lot of times, and I do this myself, a lot of times when you see what's going on and you die early and you get mad and you start typing furiously, you don't have the whole picture. You don't have the whole picture, right? I would have expected, and I would have, I think, if it were me, going off on somebody. When I got to the end card and saw they'd done that much damage, I probably would have sent him a note and said good game or sorry or something like that. I didn't get any notes from this guy. Hopefully he was chagrined enough when he noted how much damage I did on the, I wouldn't necessarily call this a carry, but pretty good effort as far as being part of the win. I was a little bit surprised by these two guys being able to stay alive on where they played a lot of the game, but good on them, they did. They were all also integral, and really the 5100 just absolutely shredding the 277. That's probably one of the biggest end game things that we had. That autoloader that was able to make a lot of those shots count, didn't bounce a lot of them. That was really good in the last moment there. And the fact that once I got in there, he actually jumped on, accepted taking a couple hits, that was fantastic as well. So nicely done on both those guys' part. You know, you don't have the whole picture a lot of times. So really the PSA is it's better just to keep your mouth shut. It really is. To keep your mouth shut. Learn something from it. Watch the guy, what he's doing, that kind of thing. But there you have it. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you. Brain Dead Guido signing off. Somehow. What's happening? I don't know. Oh, geez. Huh.